When you complete the square, it has to be 1x squared, and this one's not, so we factor the 2 out first. So 2x squared divided by 2 is x squared, and then 20x divided by 2 is 10x. Then you're going to add half of 10 squared. So you add 5 squared on the right side, but you do not add 25 on the left. So right there, that's the value of what's being added on the right side. So it's 2 times 5 squared, and that's what you add to the left side. This chunk right here is the biggest difference of completing the square when a is not 1. Then you simplify the left side and be careful of the order of operations, and you factor the right side, so you leave the 2 in front of the parentheses, and then you still use that shortcut of x plus 5 quantity squared. Then you divide by 2 and then do the square root of both sides. To start a new problem, you're going to move the constant to the other side. It's the only time you do that is when you're completing the square. Again, we're going to factor out a 2 because we need it to be 1x squared. So this time, 2x squared divided by 2 is x squared, and then leave it as a fraction, and you're just going to have 9x divided by 2, which is going to be 9 halves x. Then you add half of 9 halves squared to the right side. The value that's being added is 2 times 9/4 squared. So that's what you add to the left side of the equation. Then on the left side, simplify. Be careful with the order of operations and get a common denominator when you add fractions. Remember, when you factor that right side, to just use the x plus 9/4 quantity squared. Then you divide by 2 and do the square root of both sides. And then do the square root of the numerator and the square root of the denominator. When you're completing the square, you move the constant to the other side. You factor out the coefficient in front of x squared. This time it's 9. 9x squared divided by 9 is x squared. And 54x divided by 9 is 6x. Then you add half of 6 squared. So you're going to add 3 squared. And then on the left side, you have to add 9 times 3 squared. Simplify the left side and you factor the right side. Divide both sides by 9, and then do the square root of both sides.